This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, one person is dead after they were struck by a pickup truck last night in the town of Blaine.
According to state police, it happened around 9:45 last night on Route 1. They say 45-year-old Wayne Field of Blaine struck an unidentified pedestrian. They say it appears he slammed on the brakes and attempted to avoid hitting the individual, but that person was struck and killed. Police believe excessive speed may have been a factor in the crash. The incident remains under investigation and charges may be filed.
Meanwhile, a car crash near the Bangor International Airport sent one man to the hospital this morning. Emergency crews were called to Main Avenue just after 7 a.m. According to Bangor police, an elderly man was driving toward the airport roundabout when he suddenly veered off the road. His vehicle traveled across a field and down a drainage ditch before coming to a rest on the other side of that ditch. The first crews on scene reported the man was unresponsive and not breathing. However, emergency crews performed CPR and managed to revive him. He was rushed to the hospital for treatment. Bangor detectives are now trying to determine what caused the man to veer off of the roadway.
Well, first responders from Eddington and Holden Fire, as well as the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, responded to a serious crash just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. A car traveling on Route 9 in Clifton rolled over before coming to a stop on its back in a nearby yard. Now, fire officials tell us 2 people were trapped inside that vehicle until crews were able to extricate them. Both people were transported to a local hospital for further evaluation. Traffic was backed up for a few miles while that car was cleared from the roadway. We'll bring you any further details as they become available.
2 people were arrested in Canaan yesterday, and it all started with an investigation into an alleged stolen chainsaw that triggered a large drug bust. Skowhegan police say they found more than 550 grams of fentanyl, more than 34 grams of cocaine, and 1.6 grams of methamphetamine, as well as more than $1,200 in cash while they executed a search warrant. 24-year-old Garrett Cody was arrested and charged with a variety of felonies. He's being held at the Somerset County Correctional Facility without bail. 19-year-old Riley Spofford was also arrested and charged with aggravated trafficking of fentanyl, among other charges, and is being held on $25,000 cash bail.
Well, as the Eddington and Holden communities, along with his extended first responder family, mourn the death of Lieutenant Jim Ellis, plans for his funeral service are coming together. According to a family Facebook page, Lieutenant Ellis will be laid to rest on Monday, July 24th at 11 a.m. at the Anna Shrine in Bangor. More details are expected at a later time. As we told you earlier this week, Jim Ellis died unexpectedly on July 17th. Jim was well known in Penobscot County through the years, serving as a state fire marshal, fire chief for the towns of Eddington and Holden, and as a deputy for the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office.
In other news, sunbathers looking to take a dip in the cool water and escape the summer heat are being thwarted by high bacteria levels on popular beaches across New England. The Massachusetts Department of Public Health reported 78 public beaches were closed on Wednesday, mostly due to high levels of bacteria. Nearly a dozen beaches and bodies of water in New Hampshire were also under some sort of advisory, and here in Maine, 8 beaches were closed because of contamination. Most of the closures were due to high levels of E. coli associated with waste. Some of the high levels of bacteria in lakes and ponds can be linked to heavy rainfall that caused flooding and contamination. You can visit the Maine DEP website for the most up-to-date information on contamination advisories. Certainly something to keep in mind, as many people probably looking to hit some beaches this weekend.
And it may not be something that you automatically think about as you're making travel and recreation plans, but definitely something to keep in mind as we continue to have these unusually high levels of rainfall in the last few weeks and really even month. We've seen so much rain, and we've seen that trigger a number of different issues.
We have today, thankfully, a different story. It was really sweltering out there.
Yeah, it was definitely a toasty one. Let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast.
Hey, Beth and Peter, happy Thursday. Your first weather is brought to you by Sleepo's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest for over 70 years. And let's talk about the temperatures today. Oh, it feels like summer, right? 84 here in Bangor, 82 Bar Harbor, 81 Millinocket. This is good. Tomorrow, though, is going to be about the same as today, with highs back up near 80. Okay, so there are a couple of cloudy areas out there now. Not a big deal at all. Overall, we'll stay dry tonight with a couple of clouds around. And then tomorrow, our next weather system begins to approach. This will likely bring us some rain showers and a few thunder showers over the weekend. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, but partly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 60. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter?
All right. So that cool down will feel nice after this very warm day that we've had.
I dare say I will be looking forward to it. All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, a proposal to use PFAS-contaminated farmland to generate solar energy was signed into law today. Our Matthew Juroncic takes a look. And
the governor has again vetoed a bill that would allow farm workers to be eligible for minimum wage. We'll hear from Governor Mills and other stakeholders after this break.
We get up and go, no matter what day it is. We make sure nothing keeps us from doing what needs to be done, because we're driven by what we love. Milwaukee's outdoor power equipment handles any job, big or small. From trimmers, blowers, and mowers to Poland chainsaws, Milwaukee's battery-operated, high-output tools will help get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Cool nights start with Ashley this summer, with Tempur-Pedic mattresses starting at $37 per month. Beauty Rest Black starting at $45 per month, and Purple starting at $39 per month. Plus pay 0% interest for 60 months, in-store only. Only at Ashley.
It's the Toyota Summer Savings Event, featuring trucks from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota. Right now, you could save up to $1,900 with 3.99% financing on a four-wheel drive Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places. Special report.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection. Look, with Spectrum Internet, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with the fastest wireless speeds. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Comfort Shoes and More is your destination for all of your spring and summer footwear essentials. We have trained podorthists on site, and our friendly, caring, and knowledgeable staff will make sure you are fitted with the proper footwear that is perfect for you. We have Power Lace Shoes, the self-lacing shoe activated by your body weight. Just step in and go. We have many new sandal styles from Hoka, Teva, Power Step, Stride, and more. Come visit Comfort Shoes and More in Newport to find the perfect shoes for you.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Governor Mills recently signed into law a joint proposal that would promote building solar energy projects on farmland that's been contaminated by PFAS. Our Matthew Juroncic has the details.
The need to really provide solutions for farms that have been contaminated by the forever chemical PFAS is real. This is just one potential tool in the toolbox that will get us there.
The proposal combines Senator Brenner's bill in promoting economic reuse of contaminated land with Senator Eloise Vitelli's bill in advancing Maine's clean energy goals.
It just makes common sense. If you're going to not be able to grow crops on this land and we need to be able to advance our energy goals, this is perfect land for this application.
This piece of legislation has three goals: advancing Maine's clean energy development, ensuring benefits to ratepayers, and making use of PFAS-contaminated farmland. Senator Brenner walked us through how this process would work.
And if the land has a level of contamination that's deemed by the Department of Ag to be in a situation where the business pivot doesn't make financial sense, or it's just too deeply contaminated for continued production, then that plot would be elevated in the procurement by the PUC. And so the solar developer would be incentivized to choose that property over the other one.
This is something Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry Deputy Commissioner Nancy McBrady sees as a win-win for both sides.
If that location works with an energy developer and is right for solar development, it would be seen as an income-generating option for that farm.
McBrady admits it's too early to know whether farmers will benefit from this, but says this offers another option for farmers.
If there are going to be locations developed for renewable energy, it is our preference that it would be on contaminated land. I think that is going to be put to its best and highest use.
This law will go into effect 90 days after the Maine legislature adjourns from its current session. Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Governor Mills has vetoed a bill that would allow the state's minimum wage law to apply to farm workers. She said she supports the concept but has questions about the bill's language. Mills said she'll draft an executive order to formally reestablish a stakeholder group to, quote, allow for a longer and more in-depth analysis of the bill with the goal of arriving at a shared understanding of how to implement a minimum wage bill for farm workers. She said she intends to present her own bill next year based on the conclusions. House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross accused the governor of, quote, using the power of her office to maintain inequality amongst Mainers. The Maine president of APRI, a constituency group of the AFL-CIO, said, quote, it's shameful that the governor has vetoed this bill. She has no idea what it's like to be a minority. Lawmakers will get an opportunity to override the veto next week. Governor Mills vetoed a similar bill back in 2022.
Well, switching gears now, Maine veterans exposed to toxic hazards have until August 9th to apply for PACT Act benefits. Ahead of that deadline, Senator Angus King held a press conference to give details on how Maine veterans can receive compensation. The benefits come from the PACT Act of 2022, which expands health care and compensation benefits for veterans exposed to toxic hazards that include burn pits, Agent Orange, and other dangerous substances. According to Senator King, only around 4,000 out of an estimated 56,000 eligible Mainers have already filed a claim.
Veterans in Maine who feel that they have a claim that they were exposed to a burn pit, and by the way, there are thousands of those veterans, should get in touch with the VA in the next week to avoid losing what could be a year's worth of benefits.
For more information about PACT Act eligibility and filing a claim, go to this story on our website. Again, the deadline to file, August 9th.
Meanwhile, a funding effort by Senator Susan Collins aims to help restore a vital means of transportation to its former glory. Callie Warren has the story.
Idaho Boat Services is a nonprofit organization who keeps a long-standing local tradition afloat. But parts of their wharf are over a century old and in need of serious repairs. Senator Susan Collins secured almost $2 million for the dock's repair in the 2024 Agriculture and Rural Development Appropriations Bill.
We really celebrate this area as best we can and show off our local, what we have here locally, and we're proud of it. So we want to make sure we can continue to keep this all going.
The dock has a rich history dating back to the early 1900s, but now it's in disrepair with rusty bolts and rotting wood planks. Not only do the Idaho Boat Services provide incredible support for the people of Idaho, but they're also vital to the local community. The ferries are crucial when it comes to tourist season, as people go on puffin cruises and explore Idaho. The Stonington Wharf plays an indispensable role in the lives of those who call Idaho home, Collins said in a statement. The bill now awaits consideration by the House and Senate.
We're very grateful to Senators Collins and King and to the Maine DOT for their very valuable and consistent support.
In Stonington, Callie Warren, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
amazing to think the docks there have held up for
Right.
that long in general, especially with some of the storms that we've seen.
Yeah.
So it's great to see that there are steps being taken to preserve that. It really is a crucial element of life in that area.
Yeah, it really seems so, and great to hear from those community members there about why it's so important to them.
Indeed. Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, our David Ledford was in Castine to welcome the state of Maine back to port. We'll hear from him and an engineer who's been working on ships for 30 years.
And in sports, Bangor Little League's 11 to 12 All-Stars are heading to states, how they can translate this run to their second straight title. We'll have that story right after the break.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA Insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA Insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
We started Fairway Auto Sales because it was a dream of mine to have my own place. I'd worked for dealerships for over 20 years. My wife, Nicole, encouraged me to go out on my own. At Fairway, you're going to get an honest transaction from start to finish.
When you come to Fairway Auto Sales, you should expect to be greeted by the owners. We'll take you out on the lot. We're going to look at each vehicle and see which one fits you and your family. We like to say, come buy your vehicle the Fairway. It's more than just a tagline. It's the way we do business.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. The Little League Baseball State Tournament gets started on Saturday, and Bangor's 11, 12-year-old All-Stars are looking to go back-to-back. As our Ryan Sudol reports, this team has all the tools to do just that.
It's great to be back for another opportunity to try and get back to where we were last year.
Bangor Little League's 11 to 12-year-old All-Stars are District 3 champions once again and will look for back-to-back state titles and trips to the New England Regional in Bristol, Connecticut.
It's special. You know, it seems like it's a tradition here in Bangor. It's an honor, obviously, to win the District 1, but then to be able to compete in the state tournament.
The All-Stars took down Herman in 2 must-win games last week, with their decisive 12-2 win showing everything the team is made of, starting with those bats.
Taking a lot of pitches and also swinging at good pitches and not being early or late.
Just having faith in ourselves, having fun and just relaxing in the box and just knowing we can hit the ball and hit it hard somewhere.
Pitching has been stellar too. The All-Stars roll out 2 starters and have a loaded pen. They may not light up the board with Ks, but they get the job done.
No one's actually really hit us hard, so I feel like we've been doing a good job throwing strikes.
We don't have the power guys that are going to come in and strike out 15 to 20 guys. They pitch to contact. Defensively, we've been great behind them. We've started to make plays, and when we do, we're pretty tough to beat.
And with all of that, these kids are pretty confident they can bring home state yet again. For the players returning from last year, it's a second chance at a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at regionals.
It would be great. It was so fun last year being around like the kids from different states, and it was really a really cool experience.
Playing, having fun, hanging out in the dorms, and just watching baseball, playing more baseball. It's what everyone enjoys.
It did give us a lot of recognition, and it was still a lot more baseball.
And for those looking for their first trip down to Bristol, plus a chance to be on ESPN, they can't bear the excitement.
It would be awesome. I would love to experience that. It would just be probably the best thing I've ever felt in my life, honestly.
In Bangor, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Wishing them the best of luck over at States. Let's stay with some baseball now. Last night we reported that Trevor Story will be playing his first live baseball game of the year on Friday with Portland, and now one other rehabbing Red Sox player will be joining him. Corey Kluber will be making a rehab start with the Sea Dogs on Friday as well. The plan is for Kluber to throw the first 2 innings of the game. He was sent to the injured list in late June with right shoulder inflammation. He was struggling to start the season as well. The opening day starter demoted to long relief. Red Sox, meanwhile, could use an extra arm in the rotation right now. They're pretty hot despite their recent series loss to Oakland. Chaim Bloom was in Portland this week and offered some thoughts on the current state of the Red Sox.
Yeah, it's good to be in the race. I mean, obviously everyone's trying to get to the postseason and win the World Series. We still got plenty of work to do. We're certainly not content battling it out for the third wild card. The best thing about what's happened is that it's happened, I think, in large part because of the progress of our core players. Whether that's our young players on the position player side, the pitching side, some of the veteran acquisitions that we've made. You know, you're starting to see that core really come together.
We will have highlights and post-game reaction from both Trevor Story and Corey Kluber tomorrow right here on ABC. That is all the time we have for sports right now. Here is Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Maine Made Relief, handmade with natural ingredients in Blue Hill, Maine. Browntailmoth.com. And let's talk about the drought monitor. It came out today. And, of course, across the Midwest and Great Lakes, drought conditions there. But for us, not so much. We are well above average precipitation around here. And that trend does seem to continue into the weekend and into next week. Today, though, not so much. A quiet day for us. Some clouds, some sun, some clouds, some sun. Press repeat. That was our day today. Tomorrow, we're going to have increasing clouds throughout the day and then probably some rain showers around this time tomorrow night into early parts of Saturday. And we're still in this active pattern, right? So system 1 is right here, 2's back behind it. There's more back over there. So overall, we'll keep the rain machine going every few days around here into probably the middle portions of next week. Okay, let's walk you through it. So for tonight, no issues at all. Lots of clear skies across all of the state this evening. And then tomorrow, we'll have increasing clouds in the morning hours. Here's 7 a.m. Looks like partly cloudy skies. And then by midday, it looks like mostly cloudy skies tomorrow evening. A couple of showers around here's 5:30 or so. Dinner time tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, the showers get in here. Again, nothing heavy with this one, but it's going to keep things cloudy with some showers around late tomorrow into Saturday. But right now, Sunday looks dry around here as this thing kind of pushes off to the east of us on Saturday afternoon into early parts of Sunday morning. The rainfall is not going to be a lot with this system. We're talking maybe a 1/4 inch of rain. We've certainly had more than that, right? So overall, this is not a very wet system, and it's also kind of moving along pretty quickly too, so it should get out of here later on Saturday afternoon. The wind today, not much of it, right? Almost a calm wind all day long for most locations. You know what that means. That means some areas of dense fog again tonight. If you're driving, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, look for areas of dense fog. But the visibility and the air quality is very good across the area right now. This will likely stay in the good category. No smoke in the area anytime soon, most likely into and through the weekend with that good air quality around here. All right, temperatures. Let's talk about temperatures. 84 here in Bangor today, 82 Bar Harbor, 81 Millinocket. This feels like summer with some sunshine. It was good. A little wind out there too. Tomorrow's going to be a bit different though, with the clouds increasing throughout the day. And still the big weather narrative across the country is the extreme heat across the Southwest and in parts of Texas, with 100-degree temperatures there again today, and that trend will continue. Our forecast then tonight though is lots of clear skies out there, dense fog as is likely. Low temperatures down near 61 with a calm wind out there now for tomorrow. All right, so lots of clouds around tomorrow. There could be a late day thunder shower in there. It most likely will take all day to accumulate there, right? Look for high temperatures back up near 80 with an east wind around 5. Looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow 79. Also for Saturday, a couple of showers around Saturday morning. Sunday looks dry to me, 84, 85 for Monday. Same thing for Tuesday with lots of sunshine Monday into Tuesday. Beth and Peter?
All right. So a lot to take away from that, but it looks like at least one clear day for us this weekend, so that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, and I always look forward to seeing that overnight low being fairly substantially lower than the hottest temperature that day. So nice to see that that's coming back into play also.
That definitely helps.
All righty, well, there is still more to come. Stay with us.
Ready to update your summer style? Shop your favorite name brands for 25% off already amazingly low prices during the Label Shopper Summer Sale. 25% off summer fashions going on now. Label Shopper. Great clothes, great prices.
Maine is a one-of-a-kind beautiful state, and there's no better way to see it than from the air. Fletcher Mountain Aviation offers an aerial experience like no other, featuring seaplane flights where you will see the best views in Maine from the air and land on Maine's most beautiful lakes. An experience you will never forget, with views from the northern Maine woods, Moosehead Lake, and Katahdin regions. Come fly and see our beautiful state from the sky with Fletcher Mountain Aviation. Visit our website here or scan the QR code to book your flight today.
Scudic & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
Bob's Summer of Savings makes buying new furniture a win-win. Because my everyday low prices means you don't have to choose between a new sofa or a fun day with the fam. Get my Avenger sofa or console love seat with exciting features like power reclining seats, USB ports, a drop-down table, and Bob-O-Pedic comfort in gray or black, just $9.99 each, with financing options to fit your budget, so you can make a splash at home and with the fam. Have a win-win summer at Bob's Discount Furniture, in-store or online today.
Welcome to the Purple Baboon, a local gem on the Belfast waterfront. Find lots of little joys for every taste, like fun clothing for the whole family and a lovely selection of coastal Maine-made jewelry. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices, 31 Front Street, Belfast.
Tonight, former President Trump now facing a possible third indictment where the historic legal cases stand. Plus, record heat fueling a new round of storms. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Finally tonight, as Maine Maritime Academy students returned home from a voyage at sea, one longtime mariner looked back on his legacy. Our David Ledford brings us his story.
I've spent 30 years at sea, and this culminates my career.
The training ship State of Maine brought Maine Maritime Academy students home from the vessel's 26th training expedition Thursday. For many, the end of the 68-day journey marked the start of a career at sea. However, for the ship's retiring chief engineer, Sandy Cameron, this was the last voyage.
I've been sailing deep draft ocean-going vessels since 1993. I'm retiring.
Cameron graduated from Maine Maritime Academy in 1984. Since then, he's worked on a number of vessels and commercial ships and sailed on missions with the Marine Corps, before returning to the Academy for the final 5 years in his profession. During this time, Cameron says the people he's worked with have kept the wind in his sails.
Most people who have sailed for a long time, it just becomes a way of life. It's something we're very familiar with, and it's a lot of hard work. But there's also rewards. The worst ship in the world can be the best experience. It's all the crew.
As Cameron looks back on his final voyage with the ship, some students shared their favorite memories they made while learning from him.
I was part of a group when I was on watch one day when the governor broke, and I was able to work with Chief Cameron to help fix the governor, and that was a really amazing opportunity. It was one of the turning points that made me want to become an engineer.
That opportunity was one of the most important and lucky moments I've had on a cruise.
Cameron says sharing his final trip with the academy that kick-started his career has been a memorable experience.
Pretty much the highlight was this cruise. Perfect finisher.
In Castine, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Talk about an amazing career in such a unique profession, such a storied profession. He's got a lot to be proud of.
Yeah, what a special way to wrap it all up, too. And you can just hear, how much his legacy has meant to all those who are learning from him.
The
on
next
that last
generations,
voyage as well. Yeah.
It's really neat that his last trip was with folks who are just beginning.
Yeah, it really is.
Alrighty, well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.